And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a little game called Herbaceous Pocket Edition, which is literally a pocket edition of Herbaceous, which I never actually played back in the day, and I know a lot of people liked it. I know this because it shows a Dice Tower seal of approval on the back, and that's from other folks at Dice Tower because I never got around to playing it. But I was like, hey, why not? It seems like a fun little game, and I think very highly of pencil first games, so I gave it a whirl, and now I'm going to show you what's in it. In this game, you have a small deck of cards that are going to show various herbs that you can get. Some of them are special with a point value on them. We'll talk about them. But there are the rest of them. There is 9 of each one, and there's 7 different types. Now, if you're playing with less than 4 players, you'll take some random cards out of the deck, and you'll have a deck in front of you. Now, the second thing everyone will do on their turn is you're going to draw a card. When you draw a card, you look at the herb and you decide whether you're going to add that to your private garden or if you want to put it out in the public garden for everyone. The thing is, whatever you decide, you'll draw another card and that must go in the other spot. Well, here they were the same, but maybe later on I draw this and I go, I'll put that in my private, and then this one has to go in public. And so you'll just keep doing that, and players will take turns around the table. Now, I said that's the second thing you do on your turn. That's because the first thing you can do on your turn is you can plant one of these things here. You have 4 of these in front of you, and you're going to be able to put cards in one of your gardens. Here you're trying to put cards that are different. Here you're trying to put pairs of cards. Here you're trying to put special ones, or any 3 cards really. Here you're trying to put cards that are the same. At any point in my turn, so maybe on my turn I say, hey, I'm going to fulfill the one where they're different. And you'll take any cards you want from the cards in front of you and from the cards in the community garden. So here I would take 4 different cards and plant them in this garden. I can no longer plant things in that garden for the rest of the game. So I can only do this 4 times. At the end of the game, this is going to score me 6 points since I have 4 different plants. While if I have all 7, I'll get 14 points. Here I'm trying to get different pairs, which can get me 18 points if I have 12 cards here, 6 different pairs. Here, you're just going to get points for how many cards you put here. Plus, if you have any of the special herbs in there, you're going to get the points that are listed on them. And the special herbs are going to have 1, 2, or 3 points listed on them. And apparently I have all the special herbs. There's one. So this would give me 3 points if I put it in there. And in fact, if somebody has a 1, 2, and a 3 card in this planter when they do it, the first person to do that gets to take the biscuit here, the herb biscuit, which will give you an extra 5 points at the end of the game. If you finish all 4 of your planters and turn them over, you still play the game. You still draw 2 cards each round. And we keep going till the deck is out and everyone has a chance to finish off a planter if they want to. You'll get 1 extra point for each herb that you have in your private garden that you haven't used. And whoever has the most points is the winner. The game is tiny. I mean, look how small the box is. Tiny game, tiny cards. I don't mind the tiny cards. They're good quality cards, and they all show different herbs on them. They're really easy to tell apart. I'm pretty happy with that. And these 4 planters that players have, they are really easy to explain and go through. I thought the whole thing, the production, again, everything's small, but I don't mind. With the exception of the rules. The rules are really tiny, but let's be fair. They tell you here, if you want to download a full-size rule book, they give you a link to that, which is good because anyone over the age of 30 is not going to be able to read these. I had to use a magnifying device myself. Or maybe I'm just old. Either way, it is what it is. It's a pocket edition. And there you have it, folks. That's what Herbaceous is. Just a little game. It's kind of a push your luck style game because you're trying to maybe push your luck, but a game of chicken because how many things will I let pile up in the middle before I finish one of my planters? Because those cards can also be taken by you. It works well with 2, 3, and 4. I think I like 4 a little bit better because all the cards are in the game. With 2, there's quite a few cards pulled out of that deck, and I don't know what those cards are. And since I have no idea of which cards have been pulled from the deck, it's a little more iffy. I feel like I have more information with 4. At the same time, 2 players are a really fast game. This is a really short game. It says 20 minutes on here. That's on the long side. I can get a game of this done even faster than that. It's really simple. Draw 2 cards, draw 2 cards, draw 2 cards, draw 2 cards. I'll plant this turn. Draw cards, draw cards. Not a lot of heavy decision making. Really light, really easy. It is a great welcoming game, a game that people can get into the hobby with. And it's a nice pocket edition. It really does fit right into your pocket. So, you know, I don't always want to play a small game, but when I do, Herbaceous is one I would check out. So anyway, that's what I think about it. It has a Dice Tower seal of approval on it, and I agree with that choice. A nice little game, the pocket-sized edition. I think I might prefer the bigger one, just because, again, it's easier for me to see things. But I don't mind this small one. Check it out. I'm Tom Vasel. You've been watching the Dice Tower. Dice Tower Judgment approved.